I'm willing to bet that even some of the biggest Cedar Point fans will not know some of these Cedar Point secrets. I hope you're ready. I hope you're excited. Let's go! Do you ever wonder why Sandusky has these triangle parks? That is because Sandusky is built on the form of at least a loose amalgamation of a masonic star. And because of that, you actually have that like triangle pattern that goes throughout the city. So a lot of the roads come out from the city at an angle in kind of a different way than you see at a lot of cities, because it is a Masonic compass that it is built on, or at least the look of a Masonic compass. And because of that, you have these different parks that look like this throughout the city in kind of a different way than most cities actually have. It is kind of fun to look at Sandusky from up above because you can very easily see this, and you can see also specifically the way that Sandusky was initially laid out was a little bit more clearly made in the Masonic design, which is pretty cool and honestly a little creepy. It's a beautiful sunset, and you can see how few people are here in the parking lot today, which should bode for a good night tonight. Did you know that Cedar Point Beach connects to the parking lot? So many people do not realize that Cedar Point Beach really even exists at all, let alone that it will take you all the way from the park to the front of the parking lot. Cedar Point Beach does connect, though, to this parking lot right here. And you can both walk to a couple of different entrances to Cedar Point, or you can also walk to your car at the end of the night. Now, while I'm on a walk out here showing you some things that you probably don't know about, we're headed into TGI Fridays to go grab a drink from Mandy one more time this season. Hopefully a few more times this season, but one more time this season. We're here with Mandy. I specifically had to come and seek you out today.
I hope so.
Got a drink here, Jack and Coke from Mandy. Mandy's amazing, and I love her so very dearly. Cedar Point has paths, and these paths are pretty well known, pretty noticeable and easy to see all around here. But Cedar Point also has some stuff right here at the edge of Hotel Breakers and the beginning of the water park that is less well known. This little walkthrough will take you to the back of the water park, and it's also going to take you right next to Magnum, which is very fun. It's a great place to come and walk. However, it does feel maybe a little bit sketchy. Back here, though, holds a couple of other little trinkets, and I mean that for real, too, that we can come and find also. So right here, you may think, oh, it's just a regular light pole, right? Yeah, there they are. People have been putting little trinkets down here over the last couple of years. So it's always fun to come to those light poles and see what people have hidden for you. Just little tiny things that they might actually hide around the park also, but that they're hiding a little bit differently here. And nobody's gonna know that that's there except for you. So it's kind of something fun that you can show your friends. Just don't take them all. Maybe take one, leave them, you know, like take one, leave one, like you would with like take a penny, leave a penny, but definitely don't take them all. Leave some fun for other people to discover things also, and add to it instead of taking from it. Back here, though, when the water park is open, you do get some great views of the water park. I mean, obviously the views are still the same here too. You can still see them, but nobody's having fun in the water park right now, though. Be careful. I opened one back there and it had bees in it, so be careful about that. Now from back here, we are also very close to Lighthouse Point, which is right over here. That's those lights that you see there. This is obviously the end of Magnum. And when you look down here, there's a little pathway. This is gonna take you to Lighthouse Point's own private beach also. Again, something that most people don't know about. And to be completely honest, I've never actually walked out here. I've walked around on the beach. I've never been out on this part of the beach. This is going to be the most private part of the beach that you can possibly get here at Cedar Point. And it not only includes the beach, but it also includes this long lighthouse pier. So there's a lot of stuff that you can see out here that you may have never even touched here at Cedar Point. Speaking of, do you know that Cedar Point has 2 piers? This one is the first one. Really 3 piers, but we'll just talk about 2 for right now. This one is the first one. There's more to come. Before we get too far, many people may not realize that Cedar Point actually does have a historic lighthouse. This lighthouse was actually used in wars and also used for just the making sure that people did not hit, ships did not hit this peninsula. Now, remember that pier that I talked about? There are piers here in Sandusky. This one is the first one. It is unusable. It'd be really cool if it was usable, if you could actually take a boat all the way around to the other side. But that's not what this is. This is just a great place to come out here, get eaten up by a few bugs. I suppose you could go fishing also, I think. I do not have my fishing license, so don't come after me if that is not true. Sit out here with someone you love, hang out while you watch Steel Vengeance go by. You can also see the entire skyline of Sandusky, which is pretty cool too. And we're on the other side of the park now, and this is the other pier. This pier has all sorts of stuff in it, and people actually stay here too. This is a resort, which is why right here I can see someone watching TV inside their yacht, because that is literally their hotel living room. And right here you can see all of Cedar Point spread out before you in all of its glory. It's a pretty cool place. Did you know that Cedar Point has 2, count them, 2 convenience stores here on the property? Well, today we're gonna go through them quickly here and show you guys where they actually are, because they both exist inside 2 of the resort areas. Even though one may not quite be considered a resort, but it essentially is. Convenience store, this is right here at Lighthouse Point. As you walk in, you can see that they have beer. They have all kinds of cords that you may want, even little pieces of jewelry. They have stuff for grilling, anything that could be helpful while you're camping here at Cedar Point. Even board games. Got microwavable meals, snacks. If you've forgotten something at home, you can definitely come here and get it, even up to a beer cave. Now, of course, you're going to pay a premium for any of these. You're going to pay more than what you would normally pay at a convenience store, but it's still going to be one of the cheapest places that you can buy things. I wasn't able to get a price on it, but I do know that the cost that you're going to pay for those, for like a case of Bud Light, is going to be way cheaper than the like 14 bucks you're going to pay for one tall boy inside the park. So you really can save quite a bit of money. It's not going to be as cheap as if you just go to the grocery store or the gas station here in Sandusky outside of the peninsula, but this is a much better way to get some cheaper stuff here inside Cedar Point. Now, we will be talking about abandoned Cedar Point also, But out here, they have a couple of different things. Bathrooms for people who are staying in the yachts. And on top of that, there's also a convenience store down here. Now, why I mentioned abandoned Cedar Point is because there is an abandoned area down here also, which is the area where there used to be a restaurant. Famous Dave's used to be. That was the sign for it. It looks like, though, the convenience center is closed at this time. Which, given that the other convenience center was open, I'm a little bit surprised about. But they have all kinds of stuff. They have merchandise, they have shoes, pretty much anything that you could want. They have inside of here. Food, drinks. Again, cheaper drinks here also for like alcohol. There's all kinds of stuff that you can get down here. I'm a little bit surprised it's closed, but you can get shoe clearance for 35% off and 50% off right now during Halloween weekends. But they close early apparently. I don't think that the campsites close early, but I suppose that kind of makes sense. People are doing more campfires and things like that they would need to potentially buy things last minute for out at the campsites. Here, most of your stuff already exists inside of your camper, your boat. So I guess it kind of makes sense. This one has been officially debunked by the park, but it is Valravn, because Valravn is said to be saying Ohio in it. And we have the O, the H, the I, and the O right here. So that is something fun to show your friends when you're here at Cedar Point. The problem is technically they're like every official person here at Cedar Point is like, no, that was not made to look that way. But it literally looks like the Ohio sign, like it even has this thing flying through the middle of it, just like the Ohio sign does. So right there it says O-H-I-O or O-H-I-O. So definitely fun to be able to show friends and be a little bit cheeky with that one. On our list, many of you may not know that Cedar Point is accessed or can be accessed by boat. Initially, that was the only way that you accessed Cedar Point, unless you walked down a very long peninsula that was very, very thin. But now, this is kind of more of a novelty way to experience Cedar Point. But still, the Jet Express does exist. It does take you from downtown Sandusky to here, or you can also take it from Kelly's Island and Put-in Bay. And the very last thing that we are going to talk about is that Cedar Point has a park. This park is a great spot to be able to walk around. It's been recently changed a little bit. This used to be a bit more park-like, but they've taken out some buildings and put in some roads. But all of this area, you have green space for anyone staying in a yacht here at Cedar Point, which is a someday bucket list for me. I would love to be able to stay in a yacht here at Cedar Point, but for now, I'll suffice for walking down this very pretty little park area and seeing what's down here. Now down here they do have some things like they do have a pool for people staying in the yachts. They also do have laundry services, and they also have a pet daycare. There is also a very nice restaurant over here that I have talked about a couple different times. Each of these areas is gated also, so you won't just have random kids running all around your boat. And I guess all of those were all false endings, because we have one last one. I just noticed it, so I was like, hey, let's just add it anyway. Did you know that you can walk underneath Blue Streak and you don't even have to pay a ticket to do it? And it's pretty fun to go check it out. But Blue Streak actually runs outside of the boundaries of Cedar Point, which means you can, without even buying a ticket, without even entering the gates, go underneath Blue Streak as it's running, which I think is pretty fun. You can kind of even do the same thing with Gatekeeper too, kinda. So that is the end of Cedar Point Secrets. Let me know what you guys think about all these secrets. Are there others that I've missed? Please leave those down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Press that subscribe button, like button, and do all those different fun YouTube things. Also go check out Patreon or members only, and you'll get way more content there, including early access on members only. So I'd love to see you guys down there also. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's go. Hey, thanks for watching. I release theme park related videos at least a couple times a week, so press that subscribe button if you made it this far. Also, check out similar videos in the playlist to the right or find my newest video to the left. Thanks again, and let's go!